Hello, welcome back. This is Mary from Around the Craft Room. Well, it's time to do the October calendar box page. This is our tissue box calendar that we've been doing every month, and it's time to do October. Well, it's a little late, I'm sure, by the time I get this up because I've been on vacation and been kind of doing a lot of stuff like that for the last couple of weeks. So we're going to get started on October. So on October, I'm just going to start with this little piece of, well, it's not totally white. It's got specks and stuff in it, but I'm going to start with this little piece of white paper, cutting it the size we need, and then I'm going to go in with this carved pumpkin by Tim Holtz, and I'm just going to take and kind of ink around it. Let me get something to put down underneath that. So I'm just going to take this sponge and just kind of sponge around it a little bit and kind of make it. I'm going with kind of a orange fall look, maybe something like pumpkins and stuff. I have some stickers here that I'm going to be using, and I'm just going to blend that in a little bit. This doesn't really blend very well. I don't know, I haven't used these much. I got these, so I want to try them and see what happens. I think I like the blending brushes better, but I've already started with this, so I'll just go ahead and do this one with this. That's fine. Yeah, we may have to learn how to use these things a little bit more. See if they kind of blend in a little bit. I'm not sure. Just another one of those things that I bought. You know, you're always buying tools that you're not really sure. But anyway, so there we go with our orange. And then I'm going to go ahead and just take the vintage photo, and I'm just going to do this with the little block and just go around the outer edge of that with this. I have found a old paper pad over here that's like a 6x6 paper pad, I think. I think it's actually Christmas paper. I'm not really sure. Yeah, it's an old one. Evidently it came from Tuesday Morning a long time ago. And I kind of like this rustic orangey looking color in here. So I'm going to go with that paper to border our little calendar with. Take our little October calendar. I'm going to cut it a little bit smaller and border it with that. I also have some dies. I usually keep my dies on a magnet sheet like this in these envelopes that I buy from Amazon. And then when I get a die that's confusing like this, it's kind of got a lot of stuff in it, I just take it and run it through the Big Shot just with the scrap paper so I'll know what it is. Because looking at these, I would never, I mean, you know, obviously they have to be reversed. So I never remember what they were. So I found this one that says Hello Autumn. So I've broke that one out, and I'm going to also cut that out of this paper using just a piece of it to run through this little die cutting machine here. And then I will have, okay, that's a little tough. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Find something to poke that out with. Around here with all else fails. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I'm back. So, where I left off is I spilt my water all over everything. So, I mean, I grabbed it all up. I started wiping the water up, and I was like, forget it. I'm just going to throw it all in the trash, start over and do the video. But you know, sometimes we all have challenges, even in our crafting. So I just went ahead and grabbed it back. Actually, I had already thrown this in the trash. I went ahead and got it back up and got the heat gun and just dried everything because, you know, I like this paper. It's a little wrinkled now from being wet, but it's okay. And that was the only piece of that paper I had. So I went ahead and just dried it with the heat gun and pulled it all back out. It's not going to be my last challenge, obviously. It wasn't, because when I was putting my little stickers down here, I tore them, but that's okay. This little calendar was a little bit of a challenge this week. So anyway, so I took and cut out another one of these little things out of this white or off-white paper here, and then I kind of shadowed this. I don't know if you can see that real well, but it's kind of, well, anyway. So I double stacked it, which gave it a little bit of a shadow. I also have a lot of these girls, and I picked out one, and they come with a lot of white around them. I like trimming them up a little bit more, so I trimmed her up, and she's got her pumpkin latte right there, and she's going to sit on this pumpkin. I want to raise that up just a little bit to put her under there so she can sit up here on this pumpkin. I gotta put some glue on her obviously first. Anyway, so she's gonna sit there on this pumpkin, and then I'm gonna have the calendar, which I also backed with this orange paper. I'm calling it orange, it's not real, I don't know, brownish orange. Anyway, so I've backed that, and I'm gonna put that in here, and then like I said, I'm just gonna put this Hello Autumn down here, and this will be our October calendar. We'll get this all glued down, something like this, and I don't know, I might put a leaf there. I think I have another sticker, so we'll see. Anyway, so I'm going to get this all glued down, and then I'll be back again in just a moment. Okay, here I am back. I've added a few leaves, and trim up a little bit right there, and just put that all down. This was a bit of a challenge, especially with me spilling my water on it, but I think it turned out kind of cute. So we're going to take September off of our box and put October up here, and get back in there, and there we have October on our tissue box for the year. Only 2 more months to go. Can you believe that it's almost the end of the year already? 2025 just kind of went by real fast this year. Thank you all so much for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.